Did you know that in a vast California insurance company, a simple old janitor named Tommy faced relentless mockery and humiliation from his manager and co-workers? But you won't believe what happened next. So let's dive into this without increasing your patience level anymore. Number 1. A harsh workplace and resilience. Tommy works as a janitor in a California insurance company and is subjected to brutal mockery and humiliation from his boss and co-workers. Faced with a difficult work environment, this basic and regular man becomes the object of their derision. Tommy's rough background, on the other hand, has equipped him to face such obstacles. During his boyhood, he had already faced adversity, including the untimely death of his father and the illness of his mother. Tommy has developed a strong sense of resilience and determination as a result of his difficult circumstances. Despite the abuse he receives at work, he refuses to let it break him. Tommy's prior struggles have turned him into a guy who can withstand and rise above adversity. As the story unfolds, it becomes evident that Tommy's inner strength will play a pivotal role in his journey towards success and redemption. Number 2. Early life and struggles. Tommy was raised by his diligent mother, who worked many jobs to support him. But tragedy struck as his mother died, leaving him without family or support. Tommy was cared for by his aunt, who showed little regard for his well-being and seemed primarily concerned about his late father's pension. Tommy found living with his aunt to be a distressing experience because he was exposed to an uncomfortable and unsupportive life. Driven by a deep desire to escape his aunt's oppressive household, Tommy started saving money while dedicating himself to his studies. He held onto the wise advice his late mother had given him, urging him to focus on education no matter the circumstances. Tommy knew that knowledge was a valuable asset that no one could take away from him. With determination, he set his sights on building a better future for himself, with the hope of leaving behind the struggles and hardships of his past. Number 3. Seeking employment and challenges. As Tommy arrived at the 18th birthday celebration, he settled on a significant choice to take off from his aunt's home, conveying just a modest quantity of cash. Not entirely set in stone to fashion his own way, he left a pursuit of employment in order to track down soundness and freedom. Nonetheless, notwithstanding his noteworthy scholarly accomplishments, Tommy confronted a significant obstacle: his absence of down-to-earth insight. Numerous businesses were reluctant to recruit an 18-year-old with no pertinent work history. Luckily, destiny mediated when Dexter Harris, the ranking director of an organization, stretched out an unforeseen proposal to Tommy. Foreseeing his true capacity, Dexter offered him a position as a janitor inside the organization. However, it might not have been a truly amazing job, but he considered it to be a potential chance to show what he can do and acquire significant experience. With appreciation and assurance, Tommy acknowledged the deal, prepared to embrace the difficulties and obligations that lay ahead. Little did Tommy have any idea that his choice to acknowledge the janitorial position would make way for a progression of occasions that would shape his future in manners he would never expected. Number 4. Hostility and resilience. Within the job, Tommy faces continual animosity and ridicule from his employees, which is fueled by Dexter's nasty comments and actions. Tommy's strength comes through despite the difficult circumstances. Instead of being discouraged by the harassment, he channels his enthusiasm towards excelling in his position as a janitor. Tommy eventually obtains the respect and admiration of some colleagues who recognize his ability and dedication as a result of his hard work ethic and commitment to greatness. Tommy's capacity to overcome adversity demonstrates his inner strength and is a monument to his unwavering character. Number 5. Friendship and betrayal. Tommy finds refuge in a newfound connection with Holly, a co-worker noted for her great people management skills. In the midst of a stressful work environment, their bond develops stronger as they exchange talks, offer support, and discover mutual interests. Seeing Holly's kind and honest character, Tommy summons the guts to invite her to the movies in the hopes of deepening their friendship. Unbeknownst to Holly, Dexter, the senior manager who humiliated Tommy previously, has an interest in her. Holly accepts Tommy's invitation with wide arms, unaware of the attention it will garner from Dexter. As the office gossip mill picks up on their harmless outing, the rising tension adds an unexpected dimension of complication to their developing friendship. In this sensitive position, Tommy and Holly must negotiate their budding relationship while dealing with professional dynamics and Dexter's lingering influence. As the lines between friendship, loyalty, and personal interests get blurred, the story takes a fascinating turn. Their developing friendship will be put to the test in unexpected ways, revealing the strength of their bond and the actual nature of those around them. As murmurs spread all through the workplace about an expected heartfelt connection between Holly and Tommy, the antagonism towards Tommy arrives at new levels. Collaborators, impacted by the harmful environment developed by Dexter, feel the bits of gossip and permit them to rot. The work environment turns into a favorable place for judgment and hatred, enhancing the strain between the representatives. Trapped amidst the unrest, Dexter takes advantage of the chance to straightforwardly go up against Tommy. He embarrasses him, utilizing his ability to additionally debase and depreciate him before their associates. Tommy's strength is scrutinized as he faces this public embarrassment, stressing his own certainty as well as the relationship he had been working with Holly. The heaviness of the circumstances makes a far-reaching influence, influencing the once encouraging companionship between Tommy and Holly. The strain raised by Dexter's activities projects abuse and vulnerability over their association, testing their confidence in each other. Despite these difficulties, Tommy and Holly should explore the intricacies of their advancing relationship and track down the solidarity to beat the obstructions tossed in their direction. Number 6. Redemption and success. As Dexter's hatred for Tommy grows, he accelerates his efforts to force Tommy out of the company. Dexter plots and schemes in order to create a circumstance that will result in Tommy's dismissal. Tommy's working conditions deteriorate as Dexter purposefully plants impediments on his way, manipulates people against him, and sabotages attempts. When Mrs. Murphy, the company's CEO, pays a visit to the office, the tides begin to turn. As she passes around the office, she can't help but notice Dexter's office in disarray. Tommy's tidy workplaces are in stark contrast to the dirt and neglect. Mrs. Murphy, intrigued, asks for a meeting with Dexter to discuss the status of his office. Dexter attempts to shift blame throughout the discussion, accusing Tommy of being responsible for the mess. Tommy, on the other hand, seizes the chance to tell Mrs. Murphy the truth. He courageously reveals Dexter's destructive conduct and emphasizes an unwavering devotion to his career, emphasizing his dedication and skill. Mrs. Murphy, who is intelligent and intuitive, swiftly recognizes the truth of the situation. She recognizes Dexter's destructive behavior as well as Tommy's injustice. She takes immediate action after being impressed by Tommy's ethics, intelligence, and work ethic. Mrs. Murphy decides to fire Dexter, removing the harmful influence from the company. Mrs. Murphy, in an unexpected turn of events, sees great potential in Tommy as well. Recognizing his exceptional qualities, she elevates him to the rank of junior salesman. Tommy's ability shines through as he swiftly establishes himself in his new role, continually exceeding expectations. His passion and perseverance propel him to rapid advancement, and he finally rises to become the sales department's chief. Tommy's rise from janitor to a significant position inside the organization demonstrates his tenacity, intelligence, and unwavering devotion to excellence. Mrs. Murphy's acknowledgement of his abilities enables him to prosper and have a good effect within the firm, demonstrating that hard effort, integrity, and merit can lead to extraordinary success. Number 7. Reflection and moving forward. Tommy's incredible rise from janitor to success influences people around him, particularly Holly. Holly asks forgiveness for her prior acts after realizing her error and the value of Tommy's accomplishments. However, Tommy, having witnessed others' betrayal and opportunism in the past, refuses to forgive her. He decides to go forward without reuniting with Holly in order to shield himself from further disappointment. Tommy leaves behind the complications of their relationship and welcomes the next chapter of his life, focused on his own growth and surrounded by a renewed feeling of self-reliance. Though the decision was challenging, it illustrates Tommy's perseverance and determination to prioritize his personal well-being as he pursues achievement.